5, maybe a Memorex. I'm not real sure. And maybe the screen doesn't look real good because I'm running off of a webcam now because my computer kind of bit the dust on the internet part of it and had a little computer that is not worth much, but I had it. You can do one process at a time: video, edit videos, or use a web browser, or watch YouTube. You can't do all three at once. You can't even do two things at once because it will slow it down to a crawl. And I guess I haven't checked the audio, and if anybody is here and can tell me whether it's working, that would be fantastic. I had that speaker on, I guess. How you doing, pork chop? Miss Roger, Lisa? Is the audio sound okay? I got this stand now. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Anyway, sounds good. How are you tonight? And your audio is okay. Good deal. How am I doing tonight? Do you really want to know? It has been a bad day. I, but this really didn't have anything. Really, I got to turn my phone off. My China dolls are messaging me. Pork chop, you know what I'm talking about. So they're just going to have to wait. They're going to be around after 10. Anyway, so I had a lot of reviews to do. Like I said, this had nothing to do with the live stream tonight, but it's something that happened earlier. I had a lot of reviews to do, and almost I came about that close to not going and doing any deliveries today. And I was going to stay home and do reviews, but I thought I really need to make some money because of the computer situation. I need a new computer, and one that I can actually edit on is way up there in price. So I thought I'll go do deliveries. Well, oh, Grandpa, dashing is not necessarily the word for door dashing. It was when I first started, it was more of a dashing, like the old term as in dress nice, or dashing as like, driving fast and getting here and there. Well, part of that caught up with me today. I got a speeding ticket. First one I have had 35, close to 40 years. I've gotten a couple of warnings, but I hadn't had a speeding ticket. So that kind of, I almost didn't even do the live night. I was just not in the mood. And then I thought about it and I thought, maybe this will, I've been trying to do a review and keeping my mind on it and talking to Emily some and getting my mind off of it. But it really bothers me. Honestly, it is hurting me more getting that speeding ticket than it did when I got my car totaled. That's crazy. I know, it's a huge difference. Just a speeding ticket, but I don't know. It just hit me. It just mentally affected me. And then, so the computer issue. My laptop, it still works, but something about the way they connect the network card is made onto the motherboard, so you can't upgrade it. But I guess the network card in it went bad or it's going out. It'll still connect, but really, really slow, about like a dial-up speed. If y'all been watching, I've been having issues with internet, and then on top of that, that's why I was having such a hard time with my laptop. But anyway, I've got this one computer that I'm going to try to make work long enough to where I can save up some money. But hitting tickets and the way Spark's been lately, it's going to take a long time to save up 2 grand. That's about what it's going to cost for a new computer. But since I make money with the computer, I'm going to have it. It's a tool. I've got to have it. Something. But this will work for now. It just doubles my work time, where it took almost 30 minutes to save a 3-minute video. That's how bad it is. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's where we are today. But what I was the the deal was with the Spark changing the app. Hold on. Where the heck am I? Oh, it just popped up. See if you can take a defensive. Yeah. Uh, yes, we looked that up, and Emily talked to her son because one guy I talked to today when I was getting loaded, he said you could still take the defensive driving course, but all it did was take it off your record, and you still had to pay the ticket. Well, we talked to her son earlier, and he said that's not true. That you have to pay the court, and you have to pay your defensive driving course, and I think it was like $50 and all, 50, $60, but you don't pay the ticket. It takes it off, and keeps it off your record. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. If it's under 100, I'm happy because I looked it up, and in Texas, it says from 11 to 15 miles an hour over is like 269, and they got me at 88 and a 75. I wasn't really speeding, but I mean, I was. There was no use. I wasn't even going to argue with him because I knew I was. I had my cruise set for 84, which I've been highway pro set out there with radar and never stopped me at 84. But I was coming up close to where I needed to exit to go to Walmart, and there was a whole line of cars going about 65, 70, and I just went around them, and I didn't want to. I had time to get around them and move back over and exit, but I didn't want to cut them off too that close. I wanted to give some space. So I just sped up a little bit, never thinking about a motorcycle cop being out there. It's kind of out in the country. But uh, yeah, I saw his lights come on. I just went. I made it. I exited where I was going to exit to go to Walmart. Pulled into Golden Chick, and he never even. He said, "I got you at 88 and a 75," and it is what it is. He got me. I hate it. Anyway, defensive from AAA. I'm not. I don't have AAA. I've looked at that, but I don't have it. I think I just googled it, and for Texas, it said I think it said $25, and then apparently you got to pay like $30 to the court or something. I guess to file it or whatever. I'm not real sure. Does this? Let me ask you. Just stop real quick. Does this camera look okay? Because it's a regular webcam, and I've tried it before, and I didn't like it, and I still don't really like it compared to my other camera. But the other camera won't work on this little computer. This little computer is great. I did a review on it. It's probably on my Amazon storefront, and it's a good little computer if you're doing one thing at a time. But as far as trying to multitask, I'm I'm finding that real quick. It's not good for that. But it takes quite, and I do my YouTube videos at 2.5K. I don't do the 4K, but I could do them at 1080. It'd probably be easier. Most people's computers and all that 1080 would look just fine. Anyway, getting all sidetracked. But anyway, I'm using this webcam because the camera won't work on that. So I'm just hoping it looks okay. I notice it's not really freezing up, so maybe that is a plus. So anyway, I make I made my son take it. Let's take him off my. When I was young, before I got my driver's license, I actually got a ticket for no driver's license, and my dad wanted me to go ahead and take driver's ed, which basically, I guess, is kinda like the same thing as far as your insurance discount goes, but that's why I had to take driver's ed. Back then, it didn't cost nothing at the school I went to. It was just an extracurricular class or whatever you call it now. But, yeah, when I worked for the city, we had to take defensive driving every seems like it was every 3 years. I can't remember now, but you did it right there. I mean, we had it at the shop. It was not formal at all, but I hear you can do it online now. So, I just gotta I'll just have to dedicate one day to sit there and watch their boring videos or whatever it is you do nowadays. Last time I did it, well, like I said, it was 35, 40 years ago, and, you had to go to a city office, like the municipal court, and go there to do it. Seems like that's where it went. I don't know. Been so long. I've slept since then a little bit. I'm watching you from my iPhone, and you do look a little blurry, but it could be my eyes. No, it looks blurry to me too. I mean, it seems like it auto focuses okay, but yeah, it's definitely not very good, but it'll do for now. My phone's going off. So about these updates, and that was another thing that I need a haircut, don't I? I get all sidetracked here. That was another thing that kinda messed my day up, and after that one, the ticket almost made me come home. I really gotta work, and then I did one order, curbside pickup. It was like 21 bucks, went like 5 miles, took me about 35, 40 minutes total, but that's a pretty good order. Then I did a .com order. Emily had issues with a .com order yesterday, and I haven't been on Reddit much, so I don't know if it's nationwide or if it's just in this market, but, I took the .com order, it had 16 drops, 16 or 17 drops. Got 8 of them done, and then when I went to complete the one, then it wanted me to go it took me to the previous order like I had delivered it, and luckily, it was only about a block down from where I was at right then, so I thought, "That's messed up." So I went down there 'cause and then I marked that I was there and go through the whole process, and when you get ready to scan the label, I hit scan label, and it, like, automatically just went to complete the delivery, and then as soon as I did that one, that was my foot. Didn't sound good, but that was my foot in the chair. It went to the order that I just did, but after I did it, the start button where y'all done, these .coms, I'm sure. If you haven't, then maybe you get what I'm saying. Anyway, there was no start button, so I couldn't start the next delivery. We only had that same issue yesterday, and I wound up having to get a hold to, uh, driver support. Took forever. As it turned out, I wound up having to take all those orders back or what I got about half of them delivered, probably 7 of them, and then I had to take the rest of them back to Walmart. We'll see how much I get paid. Emily will wind up getting her full pay plus $3 or $4 probably for the return is my guess. We'll see if mine works out. If it does, that's fine. It's just that just was more on my stress today. I called Emily when I was heading back to drop those off at Walmart. I said, "I'm gonna drop these off and I'm going home," 'cause I was in one of those moods then that, I don't like to be in. Not a good place to be. Anyway, I came home. And there was and yesterday, Emily said on the .coms, you could no longer see the item that was where you was at when you was dropping that order off. However, I guess they fixed that today, because I was able to do a drop down, then you can see the item, but, there was something else that changed. I did that short on it yesterday, but a guy I talked to today said that they had fixed that where you can't, see oh, the shopping order. You couldn't see how many items it was. No, that was something else. That was something this okay. Whatever that issue was that I did the short on, apparently they fixed it. The other thing that I don't like about the new update is when your shopping orders, at least here, you no longer can see how many items it is. You see the mileage and you see the pay, and of course, you see where it's going, but you don't see how many items it is. You can see whether it's a small, medium, large, extra large, until you already accept it, you get there, and when you get ready to arrive at the store, when you select that, arrive, and, then you can see how many items it is, which totally bites because what if it's only paying and this would be low for a shopping order, what if it's only paying, say, 20 bucks, but it turned out to be like 50 items? There is no way I would even consider doing that. So my drop rate may increase because I love doing the shopping orders, but generally they pay better and it can really kind of save you gas. Not sitting in the parking lot idling and you're not running 2 different drops. So it actually saves you a little gas, but, not being able to see the item count, I'm hoping that's another glitch that they're gonna fix, but I don't Lisa, you probably yeah, I don't think you've been doing Spark for a while, or maybe you did, or started to again, not real sure, but it's, pork chop, are you seeing that? I mean, on the shopping orders? Well, I haven't seen that. I wonder why that happened. If these companies say it's a glitch, yeah, that's what they're saying on that, let's see. Oh, man, I pick up my phone and all kinds of stuff starts going off. So for all you bass-fingered sparkers out there that like to hover above that accept button, check this out. Looks good, right? Oh, it didn't show the amount of the drops. It just showed. You might get a shocking. It just showed the. Go back and maybe we can see that. Yeah, it says if we can focus on that, which we can't. Oh, gotta love this camera. Anyway, it says one stop for 2104, but once you accept it, then it says 8 drops. But supposedly they fixed that. We'll see. That has been glitchy lately. It's frustrating. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's horrible. You know, I love Spark, but I started loving it less about 6 months ago, and it's gradually getting worse. And they are about to be below my opinion of DoorDash because Sam's orders came out today, and apparently, maybe they're putting a base pay on Sam's orders for $10. There was like 5 or 6 of them that popped up. There's one delivery on each one. I didn't even go into them and look because they were all paying $10 each. Not 10.02, not 11, whatever. All those that came out was all $10 each. And I'm not driving for less than 16.50 to 17 is the least I'm driving for. Now with Sam's orders, you really have to be careful because the bulk of their orders, the size. I haven't done any shopping orders. I'm lazy. I'd rather sit in the car. Yeah, I get it. Clintwood OTG got to love. We miss Senator. I don't those incentives, I don't even I think there's incentives out now. My opinion on those, if you get them, great, but don't take $7 orders just in order to make the incentive because I don't care how you calculate it unless I don't know. Everybody needs to do what they think's best for them. But if you take a $7 order just to get an extra $4 per order, if you get all of them for the incentive, that only makes them $11 each. And those are what we're taking. Like I said, 17 bucks is pretty much my cutoff. I'm I'm not real concerned about the miles. You know, food delivery, it's like I've said before, food delivery is a totally different thing. Your miles do matter. But on Smart, it's your time because, you know, food delivery, you can get 3 or 4 of them in an hour. Smart, 1, maybe 2. Not likely, but you can do it. No, I do 10 trips for 200. You must be new on Spark then because, the best one that they've got out right now that I saw, Emily Re I guess it's still good. I honestly don't know. Let me turn it on, and I will tell you exactly what the incentives are here. I know different areas have different incentives. Oh, there is no upcoming incentives. Seems like it was, like 15 orders or 15 orders for an extra $30, something like that. What it came out to be, one of them was $4 extra per order, and the other one, if you've got the 50 orders or whatever it was, come out to $5 extra per order. But, what is history? Oh, yeah, it'll show you right there. I didn't realize you could click on history. From 8/8 to 8/9 for trips delivered or returned with a delivery window of 6 PM to 10 PM, complete 3 trips for $12. That's $4 each. Complete 5 trips for an additional 13.25. So that makes it $5 each. But if you're doing $7 orders, so what if you make that incentive? If you are taking those and missing the $17 orders, you're losing money, and some people don't realize that. However, if you can do 10 trips for $200, heck yeah, you bet your booty I'd be doing that. When I heard people getting big incentives about a year ago, year and a half, but when I started, you there wa you got better off well, all the offers were better than what they are now. They was double and triple what they pay now. But there was no big incentives, but they started for the new drivers. So I don't know. Unless you live in I guess if you live in a really good market or whatever, maybe like I said, every market's different. I'm doing the 10 for 200 as well. It is, we miss you and oh, oh, that's because I haven't done it for a few weeks. They're trying to get you back. Oh, that 200 is only on base pay, not including tips. So it really is a good, oh, you know, um, well, yeah, I really can't afford, really can't afford it now to take off a couple of weeks to get them to send me an incentive like that. So I get what you're saying now. I see. So it's, you haven't done it for what? That's cool. I mean, that's great. I'm really surprised that they're doing that, to be honest with you, because they've got quadruple the drivers they need. I have been reading on Reddit, though, that they're cracking down on that. There's a couple of people that are loaders that are on that Spark Reddit group, and they've had their coaches, I guess is what they call them, like their manager, have been checking IDs and getting verification of if it's a legitimate account and they're the legitimate person. They there was a lady who had a regular nor her account, but the loaders noticed that as soon as she got that order, she would accept another one, but it was under a different name. She wound up getting deactivated, screwed herself over on that. And I understand people wanting to make as much as they can. I get it, especially if you're like a single parent or whatever. Every extra dollar you get, and you need it. I get that. It doesn't make it right, but I get it. So, and I don't know her situation. It kind of makes you feel bad in a way because what if she was a single mom and that's the only way she could make ends meet is double her, and now she don't have any of it. So maybe it's best just to be honest and not have to worry about it. Yeah, I haven't seen incentives like that all the time. 7 is a joke with gas price. I absolutely it's a joke. Gas here is 3.39 a gallon, but I guess it's 3.27 a gallon at Murphy's USA because I used the Walmart. You know, smart drivers get the free Walmart Plus app, which you get 10 cents off. And I filled up today. It's $50 or something, but it was 3.17 a gallon. So, but everywhere else is like 3.39 a gallon here. How you doing, Rick? National Rumble, 3.79 a gallon here. Yeah. Did y'all? I saw a post on Newsbreak today. It's got Mike Pence standing beside. I guess he's got his commercial going for his uh, uh, anyway campaign, and he's standing beside a red pickup holding a gas pump. Boy, they from what I read on that, they dogged him big time because he's blaming Biden for gas prices going up. But for one, he don't squeeze the handle. He don't open the gas on the pickup. He don't select the gas. You know what grade of gas you're getting. He didn't do any of that. And then people called him out on it. Apparently, I guess it was on Twitter or something. I really don't know. I just read the word. It might have been on Instagram, but it was on right. He's a moron anyway. Well, no offense if y'all like Mike Pence, but he would sell his mother, I bet. He sure sells who he was supposed to be friends with. Sure sold them out. But we're not going to get political. Anyway, yeah, these updates, I tell you, and I didn't see it because, and Emily showed me on her phone because it's showing the what would you call it, the modular numbers because each one of your labels on, you know, before on Spark shopping, it shows you what aisle and what section number. And then the tag has numbers on them, one, two, three, and they're all in order. And now Emily was telling me, and I'd seen it on Reddit that did it on update, but my phone wasn't updated apparently. But it shows you where they're at. They're in one, two, three. So the next shopping order ought to be really good. But that not being able to see the item count on a shopping order before you accept it, that's like doing the DoorDash pay by time. That's one of the reasons why no way I'll ever do it again. Not to mention, I thought you got paid from the time you logged in to the time you logged up, but it's only for active dash time, which is a joke. Unless you have restaurants where you got to spend 30 or 40 minutes waiting on an order, that might be worth it. But nevertheless, but that pay by time, you can't see a lot of the information. And Spark's doing the same thing with the shopping orders now. Hopefully, it's a glitch. I guess we will see. Hey, how you doing, Gigwise? Late? You're not late. You're just uh, not on time. But I know you was over on Steve's live. I went over there for a minute. I was trying to save a video. This I'm having major computer issues, and I'm having to use this little bitty computer because my laptop's cratered. But I was trying to save a review video, and I was trying to watch Steve's live, and it won't do 2 things at once. I had to just leave the live so I could it took about 35 minutes, well, close to 30 minutes to save a 3-minute video. I've gotta have a new computer. This is gonna take me forever to do these reviews. In the news, they said gas is going up because of the heat. They can't get people to work in the oil fields because of it. I can't wait until winter. Ain't got no problem with people working in oil fields down here. It's no hotter now than it's ever been here. I have a lot of friends, well, a lot of them's retired or retiring or got more cushy oil field jobs. Them roughnecks is out there 115, 118 degrees. Keep on making that money because they make bank. What a good job. Dangerous job, but a good job. Uh, did I miss the Spark info yet? Well, all I've talked about mainly is like you probably just heard the shopping. And if you haven't done the shopping orders, and as far as I know, it just started yesterday. You no longer can see the item count on your shopping order until you start the shopping. Start the trip, but when you get to the store and you hit arrive, then you can see the item count, which totally bites because I guarantee you I'll be dropping soon. I'm not shopping for 30 or 40 items for 18 to $20. It ain't gonna happen. I try to keep it $1 an item with a minimum of like $20 on a shopping order. Curbside about $17. But one of the things that I had a big issue with today, besides getting a speeding ticket, was the .com. I got about halfway done. Emily happened to Emily yesterday, and I was hoping it fixed it, but I got about halfway done, and the start button there is no start to start the next delivery, so you can't start your next delivery. And I told chat support, driver support, that I thought that was a known issue, and they would have had it fixed. They acted like they didn't know what I was talking about. I don't know. They're just having so many updates, and they're screwing things up, trying to make things better. The only update that I know of that's good that I saw on Emily's phone, and it said on my phone, but showing the actual modular number or whatever you wanna call it. You got the aisle number, section number, and now it shows you what area it's in or what row it's in. Because those on the price tags are all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. I know the pickers had that. They've had that for a long time, probably since they started doing the picking. Yeah, anyway, that's the only update that I've seen that worked and is a good one. The rest of them is garbage, especially not seeing the item count. I just can't believe they're doing that. What's the changes on Spark in your market? Hey, giggity, you jumped in up there. What's a good AR for Spark? I'm trying to get green. I haven't been green right now. I think actually mine is at 12 or 14%. I've had it at 2% several times. I've paid no attention to it. I've had mine like 8%. Emily was at like 68 or 70%. We were sitting in the same car side by side, and I would get as good of order or better than she was. So, does it make a difference? Some say it does, some say it don't. I'm kinda leaning towards it don't, but I don't pay any attention. The only thing that bothers me is I'm in the orange on my customer rating, but I don't know what I did. It's probably something that's what a lot of people get hurt feelings over their customer rating, but a lot of people will rate you based on what Walmart did. If they don't have the brand of toilet paper they want, they get mad and they give you a bad rating. Has nothing to do with the driver. So it's like I say, just try not to let it bother you, and it'll come back up eventually. But unless you really screw it up. Most of the time, it's going to be a Walmart problem. Loader told me one day that they can fix that in the store, but I've yet to see that happen. Complete the interest by 8/8/8/15, and if your earnings are at least 200 before the tips, cover the difference up to 200. See, I didn't see that at all. That must just be in certain markets because I didn't see anything remotely close to that. But if it's because you haven't been sparking for a while, maybe 2 days ago in my market, the shop orders were still showing item counts. This was as of yesterday. I just noticed it yesterday. So it may have just started then. And I'm hoping maybe it's a glitch because yesterday on Emily's.com order, you know how usually you're on that dot delivery and you can click and see what the item is. So you don't have to try to find names. You can see what the item is. Yesterday, it wasn't showing the items at all. Today, you have to do a drop down box, but it's there today. So I guess it was a glitch yesterday. I'm hoping maybe on the shopping orders it's the same thing because that's totally ridiculous not to be able to see. That's like being a carpenter bidding on the frame of house and not knowing where the house is, not knowing the size of the house, and they want you to bid. So Spark wants us to take a shopping order and not having a clue how big of a shopping order it is. Small, medium, large, or extra large. That's all they're going to let us know, apparently, unless it is a glitch. Time will tell. As of yesterday, I didn't do a shopping order today because I was very frustrated over the speeding ticket. That makes me sad. 35, over 35 years, almost 40 years since I've had a speeding ticket. I'm gonna have to take dashing out of grandpa. Anyway, I heard Arizona was 100 every day. And yeah, well, Texas, well, Arizona's hotter, but we we have yeah, we've had a lot of years like that where we have several weeks of 100 plus degrees. Right now, well, this computer won't show me because it's a piece of garbage computer, but it's getting the job done. Well, 93. So it's cooled down considerably. Might have to have a snowstorm out there down to 93 at nearly 10 o'clock at night. Uh, yeah, that's really, if given a choice, Spark, the shopping orders is all I would do. I think you actually save gas by doing them, honestly, 'cause you're not I know we shouldn't be sitting in our cars idling, but, when it's 114 degrees, I'm not gonna sit there with the air conditioner not on. But if you're inside the store, you're saving gas. So, yeah, you're saving all the way around and making more money doing the shopping orders. They shouldn't be hiding items, but definitely that I'm hoping that like I said, I'm hoping it's a glitch, but, one of the guys I was talking to today, another, driver, he said maybe that's to keep people from not taking the lower paying ones, but most of your shopping I've seen a few shopping orders that was really low ball, like $14, $12. No way I don't care if it's a gallon of milk, and that's all. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't even do a curbside for that. Not that I think I'm too good for it. It's just by the time you subtract all your cost and that's involved in doing a delivery, it's not worth it. Uh, yeah, I knew about this. It's on iPhones. Only Android users can still see the item counts before you check in. I'm on Android, uh, and I checked it. I have the Spark app on this phone. The number is on my other phone. The actual account. But I checked. That's a S9 Plus. This S22 Ultra, and both of them Android, obviously. And neither one of them would show the item count because I checked it because I missed one shopping order because I was trying to think because they've changed the looks of the screen, the app up a lot, and I was trying to see if maybe they moved the item count somewhere else, and I missed it. So then the next one that popped up, I turned it on both phones. You can't use it's the same account, so it's not like I have two accounts, which is not a bad idea, but I don't want to get. I wouldn't want to try to keep up with that. Not to mention taking a chance on getting deactivated. But yeah, I don't know. Two more wrong picture. I knew about this. It's on and users can still see the item count. Yeah, I don't know. I stole a blue pen from Walmart. You stole a blue pen from a blue pen. Oh, yeah. I used to. They would let us keep them, and then we would just give them the empty ones and put in the full one. Save them time, save us time, and then certain loaders started getting. Well, I guess their bosses told them to start gathering them up, and now you can't. Some of the loaders still don't carry, but I wound up going and buying my own bins, so I don't have to deal with it. And don't buy if you do decide to buy them, they're backed by automotive, like housewares over in there. Don't buy the little cheap thinner ones because they will, when you got to wait in there and you got to pick them up, they will crack. Go ahead and spend an extra $5 and buy the heavier duty ones. Plus, those heavier duty ones, if you're going to use it for something else. And I have boxes for my camping stuff. If I'd have known it, I'd have bought this kind of bin. They have because I put weather stripping around the top to keep dust and bugs out. But this bigger bin that I got now has a seal made in the lid. Granted, I don't use the lid, but if I ever quit being smart and need that bin, it's got a rubber seal in it. What I'm saying is, don't buy the cheap bins. If you're going to buy some bins, spend a little extra to get the heavier ones. They won't crack like those little thin ones. Anyway, okay. Nothing Androids are nothing Androids are just better. Oh, this I talked about this item count thing on your Discord at least a week ago. Oh, I I, I meant to get on there and I forgot. I've saved it. Of course, I had to redo my browser and everything again and bookmark because I just got my laptop was running so slow. I wiped it out, reformatted it, got it all back to new, and then the network card that is made on the motherboard is going bad. I figured they either worked or they didn't work. Like apparently they can go bad and still kind of half work. But till I get 2 grand, I'm stuck with what I got. And I hate this camera. It's out of focus. But the biggest thing I hate is it taking so long to edit videos. And I edit videos every single day. And I've got, I don't know how many reviews. I got a birdhouse sitting over, no, a bird feeder with a camera in it. I've got one sitting over here and maybe another one coming. I don't know. I got crap all over the place. Oh, I got a safe in too, but that I'm gonna keep. Nothing. Him last one. What we're gonna put in the safe. I've got a drawer over here in this table, and there's like maybe $17. I said, I'm gonna put all them. big bucks I got in that drawer in that safe, keep it locked up. It was a joke, but you could put documents in it. I got I actually don't even have any that important of a documents. Maybe my birth certificate. It's an antique after all. Oh, you're at 4.8. Yeah, mine's 4.7. I don't know what happened. A while back, y'all might remember me talking about leaving the order at the bottom of the staircase. And I know a lot of times for it takes a while before something, if you screwed up, it takes it a few weeks sometimes to show up on your customer rating. And that might be it. And if it is, that's fine. I, it is what it is. That could be that's the only thing that I know that I did do that I didn't like doing, but I didn't feel safe carrying them up that stairs. I wish I knew someone with a good AR to see what kind of orders they are seeing. My AR at 16%, and I see cheap also. Emily was keeping hers up to 60 to 75, or not 75, no odd numbers, 60 to 78. I don't know, somewhere in there. And we were getting the same orders. But, that's where stuff falls. Dallas, Texas may be different. Houston, Texas may be different. Philadelphia may be different. Here, I honestly don't see it making a difference. There for a while, I thought, depending on how many drivers are out, how many orders are out, and might that might make a difference. But sitting side by side with Emily when her customer rating or acceptance rating was up higher, I really didn't see any difference. But it's there for a reason, you know. So I don't know. I would like to say it doesn't matter at all, but in some markets it might make a difference. It offers barely move on my screen. I need a bot. With not, I don't want. I really. It's kind of like Maximo works. Carries that how on like Uber Eats you can put in to automatically decline any order under X dollars. That I wish I had an app for Spark like that. I don't want to automatically accept orders. I don't want to get into their system, nothing. I just want it where it'll just automatically hit reject for me. My arm gets tired reaching up there and getting reject because I'm doing this all day. That's lazy, ain't it? But seriously, if you just had an app that would have a minimum and would just automatically reject them and let you choose the other ones, I wish Gary could come up with something, but I talked to him about it, I think last year. But there's so many different variables with the Spark app that you really can't. At that time, he said he really couldn't get anything configured. Maybe someday, but there are some people say there's bots, some people say there's not. I say there is because I have seen round robins on my phone with a timer running and they're gone. They get pulled out. And I'd read on Reddit people was getting orders pulled from it, and it happened here in Wichita Falls. I didn't. I was in helping Emily do a shopping order a few weeks ago. It had the timer running, and it literally just disappeared. And offer no longer available. And then something else similar to that happened again later that day. So I kind of believe bots are a thing. What they can actually do, I don't know. And Grandpa, do you know how many times Spark resets your customer rating? Mine is reset. Oh, I didn't. I didn't know they reset them. Honestly, I know for every 50, well, it was every 50 orders. Uh, I don't. There's a little gnat flying around here. Uh, I don't know. but I'll, do some investigating and see if I can find something out. We're gonna check Walmart for deals on gaming PCs. There's one for $7.99. You'll need to upgrade the RAM, but everything should work great for what you need. I and since you're into computers, and I didn't know about this did you know Fry's? My mind just went somewhere else. Fry's Electronics, I don't know if they was nationwide. There was 2 in the Metroplex area. It was like Newegg, online. What it was, Tiger Direct is what their online website was. They went out of business. But now there is, Pickup Mart. I think it's pickapart.com, something like that. You can go in there and select, like, your CPU, and then it will leave, uh, it'll give you what, is compatible on motherboards and video cards and the case and all that. Anyway, I did one and it came out 2177. That's no monitor, but I just bought a monitor, so I don't need a new monitor. This is just a 60 hertz, 28 inch 4K, and that's all I need for video editing because I don't need that high refresh rate. But yeah, I looked at one at Best Buy online at Best Buy, and it was 1700. But I was also looking at the 12 core. I know that's getting kind of deep, but the 12 core video cards and whatnot. Anyway, it's it's a different environment there. Uh, I can share a link if you like. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you should be. Yeah, you can share that link, and I'll just copy and open a new tab. Feel free. Um, I got my AR up to 26%, and it's still yellow. Actually, I can look at it on that one. I'm pretty sure, of course, this would be, it takes the next day to change. Uh, Metrics, loading. 12% acceptance rating and 4.7 customer rating. 100% on time arrival and 0% drop rates or drop trips. That's liable to change if I get a shopping order and they want me to shop a 50 item shop for 20 bucks. That ain't happening. I really would be reluctant to take a 50 order or 50 item shopping order anyway. I've done it. I just really don't like to because you sometimes, if depending on what it is, you wind up with 2 carts, and not a good thing. 99% items found, so, that's not bad. But yeah, 12%, and that's probably going to drop tomorrow to 10%. But that item count is really bugging me. Hopefully, that was a fluke. I just I saw my goodness. Let me go back up here. But if you've got a link to that, I'll check. You said that was on Walmart? PC for 79 has a great graphics card with 10 memory. I I I was reading something or watching a video on editing computers, and they're saying 8 gig and above. So yeah, 10 gig would definitely do it. I have a bird feeder camera. I like it. That's the one I got. Oh, there we are. That's the one I got in today. And pork chop, you know where I got it. They actually asked me if I wanted it. They said, "Can you get a bird?" I said, "We got a bunch of pecan trees in the backyard, so I'm quite sure I can get a bird to come up there." But apparently, you can get some kind of software, pay extra, and it identifies the bird. Oh, and I may have another one coming in. If I do, I'm probably gonna either give these away to my mom or Emily's mom or somewhere. I don't know. I don't know that I would really wouldn't mind having a bird feeder, but one with a camera on it. I don't really have time for that. I mean, it's cool, but anyway. I have a bird feeder camera. I love it. Yeah, I think some of the pictures I saw, it was really cool because you could some of those pictures look sellable. You know, if you want to get on Shutterstock or something like that, since you have an account, you might could sell some of those. I have spent hours searching for a bot-proof online videos shutter, but I can see nothing that looks incredible or any video content that shows a bot in action. I a while back, it might have been my last live. I had said if anybody in my area, because I know there's a couple of people that live and work in my area that sometimes watch my videos, I wouldn't turn them in. I would love to just see it for my own personal knowledge and know that 100% they do exist. But I'm 99.9% sure that they do. I just don't know to what degree they are. But when you have a round robin on your phone with the timer running and you still got time and you click accept and it says offer no longer available, and the other time that's what it was later. That the first time it just disappeared. And had read on Reddit that people was getting there was a bot that could actually go into the account some way and pull the order and they'd take it. I don't know. I honestly don't know for 100%. I remember Tiger Direct. Yeah, they're out. I went to Tiger Direct the other night, and they're no longer. And they closed the stores in. One was in Grand Prairie, Texas, and the other one was in Grapevine, Texas, I believe. And they may be nationwide too. But that was the two that I knew of that was close. You know, within a couple of hours. And they closed their doors in 2021 or 2020. I didn't. I guess maybe it's the pandemic got them. I don't know. I love that store. I could spend all day in that store. You can ask my kids because they got to spend uh, all day in fries with me. At that time, I was building my own computers then. But you could buy the if a motherboard is, say $300, you could buy it at Fry's for 170. It was the price difference was wow. So that tells you what kind of marketplaces like Best Buy and everybody's got. But they're already put together and you don't have to deal with it. I've also seen time orders disappear off my app, but it's not coming. No, I've only seen it a couple of times, but that's why I think there truly is bots. But I would love to know and see it, not just somebody say, "Oh yeah, I got one." I want to see it. Because a lot of people say a lot of things that is not necessarily true. Hey, Minnesota, how you doing? You're good. It's all good. We're just rattling about everything about speeding tickets, crashing computers, and Graphic Spark app, which you've commented on that one. Apparently, that short that I put out the other day, apparently they fixed that. According to the guy I talked to today, that's a delivery driver. Yeah, my goodness. If you've got the link to that, go ahead and post it. The one at Walmart. I'll look into that because I've got to do something. I don't really have $800 right now, but not with getting a speeding ticket today. That really put a damper on my. That rained on my parade, I guess is the word. Yes, my graphics card only has 6 gigabytes. There, I've thought about the only thing I will say about this little computer. versus my laptop is 9 years old. I didn't realize it was that old, but I got a very high end laptop at that time, and I paid dearly for it because I got it at one of those rent to own places. But he let me go in and get exactly what I wanted. So, but anyway, the graphics card on this little crappy computer is the image on my computer on this monitor looks really good. And when you go to watch some drone footage, like on it, if you type in 4K on the YouTube search, or like in Mexico and places like that, man, it's really good. But when I'm editing, it can't hardly handle my editor, and I've just got Filmora, the Wondershare Filmora, and it's not as intrusive as like the Adobe Premiere is, but it glitches. You can see it kind of jumping. It's not smooth at all. But that computer, well, I can't get it up here. That computer is about that big. No fan, no nothing. Just very basic computer. Be good for a kid that just wanted to. Well, no, you really wouldn't want kids online. You probably could. You might play Pac-Man on it. I placed my first order with from Temu today for my Temu review channel. You gotta get you a Temu review channel. Do you know? And you probably already do because Emily orders stuff from Temu all the time. Actually, she got some really good scissors I use a lot from Temu. But Temu has a affiliate program. So I thought about that because you know, I'm into doing reviews, but I thought about that, but I got too many. I got too much going on now anyway. But they do have an affiliate program. You might, if you don't know about it, you might look into it. I don't know what percent they pay. May only be 3% commissions, but you know, it doesn't cost you anything. But so do you and Tim. We're extremely. They's probably out back smoking. You know how them wild children are in school. Hey, Philip Griffin, how you doing, Dashing across America, man? I love the M&M. Yeah, it was M&M, wasn't it M&M's? But I love the example you put on that that video the other day. That was really good. But a lot of people just don't think about you have to get an order, one drops off. You get an order, one drops off every 100. Anyway, yeah. So, see, yes, sir, I have been watching your videos, really enjoying them too. The only round robins I've ever seen disappear from my phone are the ones I don't accept. I've had two do it. I've never hit the reject button on so much of my absolutely. Man, my left one when I had my when I had cancer, I had to go to rehab because I couldn't lift my arm. And my left arm got so much workout in rehab or rehabilitation, whatever. It got really strong and it's starting to kind of get weak again. But man, reaching up to hit that reject button, it's a constant workout. I was going to do something here. There you are. Oh, are you live right now? Dash across America. Um, yeah, I can do this. I want to. I wanted to do this real quick because I really do like your channel. If anybody has not watched Dash Across America, right there is a link to his channel. Y'all check it out. You can, if you're on a computer, you can right click and open it every time. You don't have to go nowhere. Y'all check it out. He's got some good stuff on there. Yeah, it's a good workout. You know, used to I had to work out and I had a can like this and you did like that. I'm just joking. If mom's watching, I'm just joking, mom. I never really did drink. Didn't drink less, but I didn't really. What was the name of the computer site? The one that let me open up, and I want to make sure that if you're talking about the one I'm talking about, um, PCPartPicker.com. I think that's it's going to. I've got it bookmarked, but it's going to the one that I saved. Uh, yeah, right there. And the cool thing about it is it will make the parts compatible. It'll give you a choice of different parts that are compatible with the previous part, and you can build you a computer out there. Cost you quite a bit, but it's cheaper than buying one already put together. And they're really nothing to put together. You know, a long time ago, when you had to set your BIOS and all that, it was a lot of work. Now everything's plug and play. I was live at 9:30, told them that I'm gonna move to Wednesday nights. Oh, well, I hadn't refreshed that YouTube tab that I had open. I guess that's why it showed you as live. So Wednesday nights, what time? Oh, you're welcome, Shane. That makes me wish I knew it. If you can pretty much, if you can plug a plug into a wall outlet, you can build a computer. I mean, especially now. There's so many YouTube videos out there. 9:30, 9:30s on Wednesday. You're going to move it to Wednesday nights. Okay, cool. Definitely have to click in on that. I I'm going to go live on the Grandpa's Random Reviews. I, I did it without checking with Emily, but I don't think we have anything going on. But it's going to be this Saturday night. I think I put 9 o'clock. Let's see. Random reviews. See if you got too many things going on this computer. Put it on a community tab. Oh, I don't want to play that, but I got to play it to see it. Saturday, August 12th at 8 p.m. I'm gonna. I finally hit 100. I think it's at 101 subscribers now. Uh, But I'm going to do a giveaway. And I don't know what I'm going to give away. Uh, if I remember, I'm the one who told you I couldn't even transfer myself. Yeah, well, no, building a computer is probably easier than that. Once you figure that out, that's nothing. But it's really it's, learning to use a computer is much harder than learning to build a computer. I can tell you that. So, I think Tim will agree with me on that. Years ago, back in the late 70s, early 80s, whole different ballgame then, But as long as as long as you get the right parts that are compatible with each other, it's simple. Windows will detect everything and load everything, and bing, bang, bam. You s- on a $2,500 computer, you could build it for what would you say is 1,700 maybe. I don't know. You save a lot, but Sometimes it's easier just to buy it already put together. I get that, but you can if you're gonna build it yourself, you can actually save a lot of money. Unless you gotta pay like and that this PC port picker, I didn't get all I did was build it. I didn't get into the ordering parts and all this and that, so I don't know what kind of shipping fees is, and I don't know if some parts are coming from, like, Newegg and some parts are coming from, and I can't say Tiger Direct, but somewhere else. I really don't know that part, but just getting your compatibility is a big thing as long as they're compatible parts. My first P8C has 20 megabyte CK hard drive. Yeah, and that was the biggest thing. Yeah, it was. How you doing, Mr. Steve? Um, I got it, and it's turned on. Thank you. How do you know? Well, with that port picker, it tells you if they're compatible or not. If you pick out, well, I already closed it. Well, where's the one that I had? The $2,100 one. I really had it. The Intel i9. I mean, it was pretty much way more than probably what I would need. But the CPU was like 500 or 600 bucks, and the video card was like about the same price. Rest of your parts are cheap. Your motherboards, all that. I mean, a couple of $100. That's not cheap, cheap, but compared to the CPU and the video cards, that's it's not bad. But anyway, but I'm gonna have to. I don't know how I'm gonna swing it, but I gotta get a computer because using that little thing that's a computer, it takes, like I said earlier, it takes 30 minutes to save one 3-minute video, and that's not even the editing part. The editing part took an hour and a half. Of course, different people edit faster than others, and some of I do a lot of cuts and jumps and stuff, but 'cause I don't like the too much of the dead air. The people will click away if you just stop and just kind of look at it. They'll click away. You lost them. You got 10 seconds. They actually say now, I think you have 8 seconds to get somebody's attention on YouTube. If you don't have it in 8 seconds, they're gone. So anyway, holy smokes, it's 10:20, y'all. And I'm wide awake. But anyway, I don't know. Like I said, when I don't know what I'm going to give away on Grandpa's Random Reviews Saturday night. Uh, If it was strictly going to be content creators, I know what I would be giving away, but I don't know if it's going to be delivery drivers, content creators, whatever. Because I have, I've got this exact. Well, I mean that's the mic itself. I have the lapel mic plugged into it, and wherever my GoPro is, oh, it's over here on the tripod. Anyway, I've got this same exact setup right here, brand new. That's still got the plastic seal around the box. I got that I could give away. I have a dash kit. Well, actually, I got two, three dash cams. I just don't know what I'm going to give away, y'all. So you never know. If y'all are interested, that Walmart PC has a 1 terabyte. Wow, those SSD drives have went way down than what they were last year. Well, not last year. I guess a few years ago when well, I say last year, a few years ago, is when I was looking at this laptop. Man, a 500 gigabyte SSD was $400. I want to say it was way up there, and now they're just like the SATA drives, and they're really nothing. But Yeah, but, the graphics card has one around 300. Oh, that's not bad. 'Cause like I said, that one that I put together, that graphics card was like 567, I believe, but it was I don't even remember, but I gotta get a computer because it's like a delivery driver not having a car or having well, it would be like a delivery driver in my area on a e-bike, you know? You it's too far between deliveries, even doing food. You can't do people in New York and stuff do it on one wheels, skateboards, bicycles. You can't do that in a place like Wichita Falls. It's too spread out. The food would be burnt with the heat or froze when in the wintertime before you got it to them. But anyway, it's like, it's a tool. And if I wanted to, if I could spend enough to make it itemized for taxes, I know it's deductible, but I won't spend enough to cover my deduct or the whatever. I won't be able to itemize. If you review the, if you review the, if you review then redistribute products, do you still have to claim it under the new 600 reporting threshold? On Amazon Vine, they report everything. Um, so I'm at like last year, I got a little carried away. Granted, I set up a photo studio in that extra room with pretty much Amazon buying stuff. So I mean, a lot of stuff I use personally, and I gave away Christmas presents and stuff. But I got really, I owe the IRS. But this year I'm on Amazon buying them at like 560. I'm not going to order anything else off Amazon buying until after January 1st. But yes, 600, 599, I guess 600. Yes, you'd have to pay those taxes on the market value. Like this mouse, if it's 20 bucks, I got to pay taxes on 20 bucks. I don't have to pay 20 bucks for this, but I have to pay the taxes on the 20 bucks. But as far as these other reviews go, um, I'm pretty much, I don't know. I don't think anybody from the IRS watches my channel. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about taxes. Let's put it that way. Because there's nobody has my social. I mean, I don't know. To answer that, Steve, I'm going to unofficially say no, unless it's like Amazon Buy or somewhere where they actually have a record. Now, what I will have to pay taxes on is the commissions earned from Amazon because I earn commissions on Amazon on the videos. I have the links, the affiliate links, but you don't really make nothing. I mean, 20, 25 bucks a month is all I make. But the video part of Amazon, that is considerably higher, not like thousands and thousands. Some people make that. This guy don't. But like regift to friends. Oh, the only thing that I think that you can do is you can, if they are like a nonprofit place, you can do donations. Like Goodwill. Like, everybody pretty much knows that. You can do some things to Goodwill or the Boys Club, Boys and Girls Club, things like that, and then you can deduct that from your taxes. But as far as gift and stuff, no, I don't think. anything. Uh, I just want to make sure I'm getting that question right. Registered products. Do you still have to claim it under? I'm not going to claim anything. The only thing that I'm questioning how it's going to work this year is PayPal and things like that are supposed to turn in to the IRS your transactions, which I disagree with because I'll cash out my daughter $20. Now, why should she have to pay taxes on that $20? Maybe it'd have to be up to 600, which throughout the year it could be. But if you're just sending somebody some money, a family member or whatever, why are they going to have to pay taxes? And there's no way to separate what's business and what's not. And that's why they talked about it last year and they didn't do it last year because there was no way to differentiate the two things. But apparently they're going to do it this year. We will find out. But I figured I already know the IRS. What's another 30, $40 a month? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out. We shall see. Grandpa, what do you think about doing? I love them. I absolutely love doing the reviews. I get to um, check out a lot of things that I don't normally have the opportunity to check out, and I even get to check out some things that I don't care anything about. They tried to get me to do a chicken coop. Yeah, I mean, like it looked like a dog kennel, like a big one, 10 by 15. Pork Chop probably saw it. She does some reviews for the same people that I do. I mean, I've got other people too, but and we and I was raised around chickens. I don't mind chickens, but we can't have chickens in this city limits. Technically, we're not supposed to. But you get to experience a lot of different, like these LED lights. Um, they were Amazon Vine, or not Amazon Vine, um, from a review. Rhodey had a delivery for a chicken coop here. It sat for 3 days before someone took it. I feel sorry for our mailman, you know, and because I've gotten some outdoor patio furniture, two different sets, and some of that don't come in on UPS. The regular mailman is delivering. Some of that is heavy. Today, that safe that came in, I mean, it wasn't extremely heavy, but it adds up. That weight adds up. And if you're sitting there and carrying that stuff all day, where you got the little storage shed that I got out in the backyard, it was a review thing that the mailman delivered. Some of it comes in on UPS, but the majority of it comes in regular mail. I'm going to our mailman a gift card this year. So, I actually did a roadie the other day. It was only like 14 or $15, but it was just CVS, one little package. It took about a mile and a half from the CVS, and I was right there by it. So that's the first one I'd seen worth taking in a long time here. So I'm hoping to get better. It was. I heard CVS is now. Yes, they are. That's why. Yeah, I just did one. At least CBS is now with Roadie. There are script orders on Roadie, but I'm not sure where they're from. Yeah, well, we have one local grocery store that is 24 hours. They have a pharmacy, and I used to get roadies from there when I lived in town, and they would come out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and those were good because they would keep going up because nobody was up at that hour except idiots like me that like to stay up all night. But some of those would be 40, $50. And it was about a mile and a half to that grocery store and then about 3 miles to the rest home, uh, Christian Care Center, and less than 8 to 10 miles, make 40, $50 every night nearly. It was great. but I don't see those anymore. I don't know if they quit doing it or what, but I know they're doing CVS now because used to pretty much during the day, all I ever forgot was Best Buy, and I don't even see those here anymore. Yeah, I heard that this morning. They also have to get Targets by end of the year. I have I never did a roadie from Target. Somebody told me that we have shipped here, but when you go to look at shipped here, there is no shipped here. So I don't know who delivers for the Targets here. I know shipped is who does the Targets elsewhere, but and I've asked them in Target at customer service, and they don't have a clue. Yep, they lost their deal with Target. LCBS is must be out of Target's boundary. LCBS must be out of Target. Oh, is there CVS's CVS pharmacies are in Targets? I didn't know that. I wonder if that has something to do with the Target and Kmart merger. I do know that, right? They're going to keep their names, from my understanding, but they're merging. They're going to be one company under one company, but they're still going to keep their names. Wish Paraworks would send me some good catering orders. Not very popular in memory. You know, all that stuff. Solo, Paraworks, none of that's in Wichita Falls. Oh, Target owns Shift. Well, and I wonder why they don't deliver because I don't know. Because I've looked into it several times. Why do why do the CVSs have to be they lost their contract with Target. Ours, uh, our Target don't even have a pharmacy. And now that I thought about it, right, and Shipt is no longer in contract with CVS. Shipt will still be Target at just no more medical deliveries. Snack, snacking script orders. I like doing the only uh, script orders I ever got was on Roadie. I think DoorDash was supposed to do them, but I never got it. When I was doing DoorDash a lot, I never got a DoorDash. We talked about all this one. Well, she slept since then, man. I need to jump over on that Discord and that just freaking up. I've actually never been on a Discord. I kind of know what they are. I guess it's kind of like this or a message board or whatever. I just don't know much about it. With all this free time that I had, yeah, that was quite interesting about Kmart. We haven't had a Kmart in Wichita Falls in years, but I know there's some in the Dallas Fort Worth area. I I keep getting that email, and y'all may know what that app is. Let me look, because somebody told me about it, and I started signing up for it. And I don't know if it was Steve. I don't know who it was, and I keep getting the email. Let me get the right slamming right here. What was it? About finish. Where did it go? I just saw that email. Boom, 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 boom. Fetch. Apparently, I started filling out the sign up for Fetch, and honestly, I don't even remember what it is. And apparently, I didn't finish filling it out because I've been getting emails nearly daily for about the last week to finish filling it out. I guess I ought to finish filling it out. I don't remember what it was. Probably was watching it on somebody's live stream and looked at it, started it, and never finished it. Do we have Rhodey's email on the road yet? Mhm. Send feedback. No, that's just webmail. I don't see an email on here. On support ready. Okay, you'll have a great night. My alarm is going off. Oh wow. If I see 5 a.m. is when I ain't been to bed yet. Have a good one, Tim. Thanks for coming by. I need to get off here and either go to bed or get to work. You got to, Steve. All right, man. Have a good one. I appreciate y'all coming by and thank you again. But anyway, these the sport updates is for those who's been waiting to get on Spark. Don't stress it. You're not missing much. Not everyone. I'll be out till late. I'd have been out later than I was, but you know, when you get a speeding ticket, that just kind of puts a damper on your day. And I know it's not a huge deal, but I don't know. It just gets to you. You're waitlisted. Oh, you're still waitlisted? No, waitlisted on what? I don't know. Having all the apps and couldn't be here. So did anybody? What is Fetch? Do you know about soda? For for some reason, I've got it on my phone and started filling out the app for it or filling out the forms for it to sign up for it, but I don't remember what it is. I mean, I guess I could go look, but or finally let me reapply with their broken. Oh, they've been crap ever since they bought out DDI or kicked DDI, however you want to look at it. It is nothing like what it was 2 years ago. Maybe, well, because Steve's always talking about last mile stuff. Maybe that's where I heard about it. I really don't remember. I'm gonna have to check into it though, because I guess I'm gonna have to start getting back into Uber and DoorDash and all that. Because the way Spark's been doing lately, the orders have been terrible. Because if you're going to do a $7 order, get a whole lot better off doing a DoorDash $7 order because you can get 3 or 4 DoorDashes done in an hour. Where Spark, you can't. Anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, if anybody's interested in Grandpa's Random Reviews giveaway Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be giving something away. And I'm going to do it live. I'm going to go live at 8 o'clock. I don't know if it's going to, there might be one person there and there might be 10. I don't know. There's 101 subscribers now, and we will see. Is it probably going to be a dash cam or, you know, wireless mic setup? I don't know. We'll figure it out, and then I may just ask what people want, whoever's there. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here and try to get a little more work done and then call it a day and see what tomorrow brings. So appreciate y'all coming by, and hopefully this camera wasn't too bad. It works, you know. It's I guess the not necessarily the picture that counts. It's the content and the story or whatever. But anyway, we've been all over the board in that. So anyway, I'm out of here, folks. Appreciate y'all coming and enjoying our visit. We have definitely covered a lot of stuff. So, y'all have a good one. Thanks. Y'all. Oh, yeah. Y'all can smile, dashing, dancing, prancing, do whatever it is you want to do. Y'all just have a good one. And I will see y'all. Hopefully, we'll see y'all Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. Isn't that what they used to say? Anyway, y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.